Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Denise and today's video is going to be the ride or die tag. I was a little hesitant to film this video because I know a lot of people are doing the ride or die tag, but because we all have different skin types and skin tones and preferences, I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and post what my ride or dies are. And on top of that, everything I will be mentioning is cruelty free as always, and so I feel like it never hurts to kind of talk about the products that I love to use. Okay, so I'm just going to start off in the order that I would apply these products, and yeah, I'm just going to get started. So the first thing I really love is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. It looks like that, and it's nice. It is it's coconut water probiotic based ingredients with skin revivers, and it's silicone free. I just really like this because it's a really awesome hydrating primer, and my skin is a little bit on the dry side, so it really helps to kind of smooth out my skin and make it look really nice. And then when I put foundation on top, it just smooths on. I wouldn't say this necessarily extends the wear of my foundation or my makeup throughout the day, but I don't know, I like it a lot. It's really good for hydrating, so if you have dry skin, maybe you will like this as well. I thought a lot about what my favorite or my ride or die foundation was, and I just had to go with the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I really love this foundation because it feels so good on the skin. It covers everything up and it doesn't look cakey. For concealer, I'm always trying out new concealers, and I'm always trying to see like which ones work best for me and all that good stuff. But the one concealer I have found that just works really well on. So I was talking about concealers, and I don't know if I showed you, but the concealer that I love to use on myself and I love to use on my clients as well is the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, and it's just in these little pots. I love this concealer so much because it's full coverage. It doesn't feel too heavy. It can definitely get cakey if you're not careful, so be aware of just overdoing it and putting too much. It's buildable, so use little by little until you have covered up what you are wanting to cover up. Go light-handed with this at first, even though it's like tempting to just slather it on. Maybe that's just me, but you just will want to be careful. And I feel that using a beauty blender or a sponge in general is really great when it comes to full coverage products because it shears them out enough. It leaves enough on your skin to keep the coverage, but it takes away that excess product, which can make you look cakey. So that's concealer. What's after concealer? More powder? Okay. So this is kind of an odd one because I feel like my dry skin defines me. Me with the dry skin. No, but because I do have normal to dry skin, I'm pretty picky about the powders that I decide to use on my skin, because if I'm already using a heavy foundation that's full coverage and I use a really heavy powder on top, I look like a birthday cake, and not in a good way, because I love me some cake, but not like that. Not if it's me. And so the powder I really like to set my foundation with is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. What a name. Oh, it's getting bright in here. Do you see that sunlight coming through? Okay, so this is that powder, and it's a really lightweight. It doesn't add any more coverage. I don't know where I can swatch this, but I'll just do a finger swatch. So it's just a really light powder. It has a slight shimmer to it. It is luminizing. It makes my skin look gorgeous. I like to set my foundation with it. If you are oily, I don't think this is going to work to set your foundation, but it might be really pretty to kind of do a dusting of this product after you've finished your makeup, after you've already set it, because it just looks beautiful. And I didn't plan to make this video today, or else I would have done my makeup with all of these products today. I didn't, I'm sorry, but I really like this one. That was face. Oh, blush. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I'm much crazier about foundations and concealers and correctors. I didn't mention a corrector today because I genuinely don't have a ride or die corrector, but my favorite blush, or my ride or die blush, is going to be the Nars Orgasm blush. I mean, isn't it everybody's? So it looks like this. It's like a pinky with some gold, a little bit of coral. It's so pretty. I don't really see a lot of red in it, but it almost just looks like you're naturally blushing, you know, like someone said something cute and you're like, damn tee hee. Like, that's what it looks like. It's so pretty. And because it has some shimmer in it, it does act somewhat like of a highlight to the cheek area. It just looks so pretty. I love this blush. And yeah, I mean, the matte blushes are really pretty, but the luminizing ones, I love the glow that they give me, so I stick to that. Okay, bronzer. So my bronzer couldn't be with us here today, but it is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer by Tarte. It came in this palette is where I tried it out, and it's all gone, so I can't really show it to you. I'm so sorry, but it's a gorgeous medium toned warm brown. I feel like I have just a smidge left here. So it's like brown, but it's not overly pigmented. I want to say it has a really good amount of pigment. It's really buildable. It looks really natural on me. Natural. It looks really natural on me, and I just love that bronzer. I've bought a whole bunch of different bronzers trying to find one that I would like more than this one. For some reason, I just wanted to see what other bronzers were out there, dipping my toes in those waters, and I just haven't found one that I love as much as this one, so I need to repurchase that stat. So that was blush. What's after blush? Bronzer. I did bronzer. What's after bronzer? Highlight. Okay, so my highlight couldn't be with us here today because I've used it all, but it is the one I'm wearing on my cheeks today. That glow though, and you probably know what it is because everybody uses it and it's everyone's favorite because it's rightfully so. And it is gone. It is my Champagne Pop from Becca. I don't have the single compact with just the glow, with just the Champagne Pop in it, so I got it in this palette, and I was gonna say I ate it all. I did not eat it. I used it all. I've tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlights. They're not my favorite. I want to say Becca has the best formulations when it comes to highlight. They are so creamy. They're so finely milled. They stay on your skin all day long. That's something I didn't find with the Anastasia ones. That was highlight. Do I have anything else face related? I was gonna do this at the end, but since I'm talking about face makeup, I'll just mention it now. This is my Ride or Die facial spray. It's the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Such a mouthful. It looks blue on camera, but it's purple. But that doesn't really matter. So you shake this up, and I'm just gonna use it now because I haven't used any today. So it's really great at keeping what am I trying to say here? So I love this because you spray it on after you have finished your makeup, and again, I mentioned I have dry skin. How many times am I going to say that? So anytime I can have a product that's going to moisturize or give a little bit of more moisture to my skin, I'm going to want to take that step. That way my makeup isn't just whatever that is. Okay, so now for eye products. My Ride or Die eyeshadow palette. Guys. The Lorac Unzipped palette.
Saves my life. It's so good.
This eyeshadow palette looks great on every single skin tone person that I've used. I've used this on girls who have skin like marble, where it's just like white, and then I've used this on skin tones that are like chocolate and delicious. It just looks beautiful on everyone because you have these three colors that you can lighten up looks with, and then you have the darker shades to really deepen up that eye look and define the eye really well. And the blendability is great. The shimmers are outstanding. They have a lot of fallout because they're very pigmented, so if you're not a fan of fallout, that's probably a downside for this palette. But I find that most palettes that I have used that are higher end, that are really pigmented, tend to have fallout, and that's kind of just the way it goes. The creamier the product, the less fallout, but sometimes you get fallout like in chunks because it's so creamy that it has like a whole chunk coming at you. So anyway, this is just my favorite. I have one in my kit. I use it on my clients. I have one for myself. I love this palette. It's so pretty. You can do an all matte look. You can do a shimmer look. It lasts all day. It comes with a primer. I got it at Kohl's and it came with the primer, and it's really good. I really like that primer, especially with these shadows. It's so pretty. I love this palette. Here are the swatches for that palette. That's what I was trying to remember. Obviously the shimmers are really reflective, so they kind of disappear a little bit because my lighting's a little crazy because I'm using natural sunlight. But anyway, I just wanted to swatch those so you could kind of look at how they swatched. And I only like rubbed it and swatched it. So I didn't like pile it on to make it look good. Like they look that good. That's the eyeshadow. Okay, my Ride or Die eyeliner. And I didn't include... it doesn't matter. Anyway, my Ride or Die eyeliner is the Tattoo Liner in Trooper by Kat Von D. I just love this so much. Here's a swatch of it right here. It's just a really opaque, dark black. That's all you need. That's all you need in an eyeliner, y'all. And it's waterproof, which is great. And it's buildable, so let's say you just want an even deeper black, you can just keep piling it on top of itself to get, my hand's like washed out and that liner's like ba-bam, which is great. So it's so pretty, it's so easy to use. It has the brush tip. I do find that the brush tip doesn't snag on my eye like the felt tip liner would. So that's great. Okay. So, ever since going cruelty-free, one thing I've really struggled to find are mascaras that just do the damn thing, okay? Because before I was cruelty-free, my favorite mascaras prior to going cruelty-free were either L'Oreal or Maybelline. Any drugstore mascaras were always my favorite. And then when I tried the Roller Lash by Benefit and the They're Real by Benefit, I was like blown away. I was like, what? Mascara can be this great? Holy cow. And unfortunately, fortunately I went cruelty-free, but unfortunately Benefit is not cruelty-free, and so I stopped purchasing from them, and I've been on the hunt for a mascara that I really like ever since. My Ride or Die mascara is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You can't really see it, but this is it. It's kind of the more traditional type, but it does have, I know you can't, can you see? Okay. So it has the edges, if you can see, like these and these are a little bit thicker, and then it goes a little bit slimmer on the inside, and I'll just put mascara on. But it really, how cute is this face? It really gets into where I want to get into, if that makes sense. Because those edges are a little bit bigger, it allows me to get into the inner corner and the outer corner a lot easier without having to really switch up the position of the brush. I can just do what I usually do and then reach into those areas with the bigger edges, which is really nice. But that's a second, I only did one coat this morning. This is a second coat. It looks good. It's really buildable. It can get crazy. I recommend wiping the brush off before you use it. That way you're not piling on too much product. But it's so pretty and it lasts all day, and it's really black, which is really important with them. For me, when it comes to mascara, I always like really dark black mascaras. I don't know if they comes in brown or any other colors, I'm not sure, but the black one I really like. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for years. Oh, I forgot. The Shade and Light, this is my Ride or Die contour kit, is the Shade and Light contour kit by Kat Von D. I tend to stick with cream contouring a little bit more now. I just use a darker foundation to do the damn thing. But whenever I do set it with powder, this is the kit that I use, and it's the Shade and Light kit. I use both of these colors for contour and then both of those to set my under eyes. So when I had mentioned the Anastasia concealer, I would then set it with these two lighter shades under my eyes and then set the entirety of my face with the Josie Maran powder. And then I would contour, so many steps. And then I would contour with these two shades. And yeah, I feel like I had one more thing. Oh yeah, lastly, lip products. I was gonna include a lip liner, a lip gloss, a lipstick, a liquid lipstick, but I thought, nah, I'm gonna just keep it real, and I'm just gonna tell you what I literally put on my lips every single day because I have a problem. So, my Ride or Die lipstick of all time is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Stone. I know, everyone uses it. I know, everyone looks good in it. I know, it is just so majestic. I've tried, first of all, the formulation for Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks is by far the best liquid lipstick I have ever used. Okay, so I've used the Jeffree Star one, the Jordana one, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, The Kat Von D ones are really good too, and they're all pretty great. These are just the most comfortable on my lips. Like, I don't even have to worry about. They don't transfer very much, only a little because I like just put it on, but they don't transfer once they're dry. They stay on all day long. They fade really nicely. They don't come off in patches like other liquid lipsticks can. The only problem is you can't really eat greasy foods with this because it will remove it, but I'm still gonna eat them fries, girl. You know I am. But okay, I guess, yeah, that's everything for this video. I think it turned out to be pretty long, and I'm sorry. I'll try to cut it down. I'll try to cut it down to a reasonable amount of time. I hope this video helped in any which way. I hope it was at least just fun to watch, if anything. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, even Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I feel like not enough people are on it, but I feel like everyone's on it at the same time. Can we be friends? Can we pin together? Can we do that? Can that happen? But anyway, please follow me on other platforms if you would like to. And I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Guys, I got eyeshadow all over my white shirt.
Free, and that just works really well on white found.
Oh, I got it everywhere. It broke apart and is like now in my life everywhere. It's like, you wanted me back, here I am. It's like, not like this bronzer, not like this.
I think I'm gonna have to refilm this video because I've just been all over the place. Keep watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel.